Hey, this is Keith over at Printech, and I just wanted to go through the process of creating an Etsy store with you here so you can see just how simple it really is. Now, Etsy is a pretty straightforward and intuitive platform, so you don't have to worry about anything getting too crazy and wild. We're going to go through most of it here together. At the top right, when you first make it to Etsy.com, you'll see a register option. Go ahead and click that. From here, you can either start your account by linking it directly with Facebook or your Google Plus account, or you can sign up straight through an email. And in fact, that's what I recommend doing for your very first time. Again, you'll just enter a username and then your email and then go from there. Now, for our purposes here, I've already set up an account that I'm playing around with. And again, this is just for illustration purposes, but I linked one up to JD at printexinc.com. And again, just for your own sanity, be sure you pick a password that you're going to remember because you're going to need this each and every time you log into Etsy. Once you're signed in, you will see an option at the top right that says Sell on Etsy. Now, you don't see this here on my screen because I've already gone through this first process earlier, but if you see that Sell on Etsy, you'll click it, and then a single menu prompt will appear saying, hey, you want to set up your store, and you can do that. From there, you'll see a menu similar to this. Let me jump back a little bit. It'll say Shop Preferences. And this is where you tell Etsy, your country of origin, the primary currency you want to use for your store, and a little bit about your intentions. And now, again, Etsy asked this question, what best describes you? But this is only for their records, and it won't affect how your shop is opened. So either way, we're going to move forward. And at any point in this process, if you want to stop and come back, it will save. And when you log back in, you'll be able to pick up where you left off. Now, the next step, it asks you to name your store. And if the store name is already taken by another customer, you won't be able to use it. Every store on Etsy is unique. So in this case, I was just using a placeholder name. But again, you can have fun with it. You can name it whatever you like, so long as it isn't taken already. Once you picked a name, you can save and continue, and it'll move on. Now, it will require you to create a listing, and a listing is basically creating an item to sell. When you first set up your store, you can't open it until you have something to sell. So in this case, what I did is I made a test product. This is not something I'm really selling or have any intention to do, but it's a silly little placeholder. But you do have to hop in here and actually put something to be sold on your shop before your Etsy store can be officially created. And again, just like in the case of this placeholder, there's nothing actually policing it. You can just put something here to move forward if you want, like I did, or you can actually put your very first product in here. But the cool thing is you're not locked in. Just like what you see here, I can come in and manipulate all these fields and change it to something serious. Or if say I made a mistake, I'm not instantly going to be held accountable. You can come in and change things and fix it if it's wrong. But for our purposes, I want to show you the next little bit. I'm going to move forward. The how you'll get paid menu option actually determines and links to your bank account. This is where your customers' money, when they buy from you on Etsy, is going to be sent. So you need to be sure that you have a bank account that you're willing to link this to. And I'll show you these options. Now I'm not going to go through that here, but as you can see, it's going to ask for a routing number, an account number, the full legal name on the account. And again, this is for the money that you'll be collecting through your sales on Etsy. It's important to remember that this is how you get paid, and the next step is how Etsy gets paid. Because every transaction, Etsy takes 3%, I believe, currently, and again, that may be subject to change. And in addition, for every item that you list and actually sell on your store, they have a fee of, at this time, 20 cents per listing. And so this next step, which we can't advance because I'm not going to fill this out, is going to ask for a credit card or a means for Etsy to collect money from you. So again, this is how you get paid. This is how Etsy gets paid. And again, it's a business like anything else, and so they're certainly trying to stay afloat. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Again, this can be done in steps. You don't have to do it all in one fell swoop. Just like my example here, if I back away or I navigate away, I can jump right back into where we left off by hitting the Your Shop option at the top right, and it'll let you continue from that point. So at any rate, have fun and happy sales.